way lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question, is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Yo. We are here. NFL season is rapidly approaching. We're about, what, 2 weeks away, I believe, John?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Can't wait for it. Let's get it.
So usually what we do before every NFL season starts, we like to turn over a new leaf. We like to reset everything, hit the reset button.
We like to start a new season. A new
Absolutely.
season for Fall Central. I'm just saying.
And John, guess what season we're on right now?
What season?
Not 1, not 2, but 3.
That's right.
So shout out LeBron.
We three before the Colts did, or before the Chiefs did. What am I saying? We 3 before the Chiefs did.
Absolutely. So, hey, we're on a new season. That means new NFL pods, new NBA pods, new shorts, new videos, new creativity, but hopefully, different new teams, how they perform, like especially our teams, because a little bit the way my Patriots, his Giants are looking.
It's
tough world out there. So
hard enough life.
If you're new here, if you've never watched or listened before, welcome to the Baller Central podcast. Basically, your favorite combination of sports and or comedy, because sometimes we're not the funniest people or not even the best sports minds, but hey, we do what we can and what we will. So if you're new, my name is Phil. I'm your resident Patriots fan, all Boston sports fan, basically, because the best sports town in America.
I don't know about that. I don't think
this is my intro, sir. I'm not going to interrupt your intro.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead with your intro.
Yeah, I am the CEO and one of my good friends in the world, my fellow companion, my fellow co-host. You'll be seeing a lot of throughout this sports year for NFL and NBA and others, because we cover WNBA and WWE as well. My boy John, how you doing, John?
I'm doing good, Phil. I'm doing very good today. I'm chilling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in on your little segment.
So
when you said Boston's the best sports city, I mean, dog. Mark Cuban owns that, right? I swear to God, he owns that trademark. Anytime they say I'm the best sports city and whatever, he gets money. It's crazy. So feeding Mark Cuban right now, Phil. I'm just saying
Mark Cuban's gonna watch this. So
I'm just feeding him. It's good stuff.
Give us a little bit intro about your sports love in case we got new people watching.
Okay, new people watching, new season. I'm a Jets-Giants fan. I've been a Jets-Giants fan since I was 7. I love football. I'm a Knicks fan for basketball. I'm a Mets fan for baseball. I dabble in the Olympics. Love the Olympics. I love WNBA. I'm a Liberty fan. If we had to, go regional.
Shout out Storm.
Stay in New York. Stay out Sabrina Ionescu. Hell yes. Shout out Stewie. Great points. Great, magic. I love seeing it. Basketball's still going on. It's great. But I'm excited for football season. I'm excited for the New York Giants. I'm excited for the New York Jets. I'm excited for the conversations I'm having in these bars, Phil. I'm excited. I don't know. I mean, I got entertainment. All right. We got expectations. We're setting standards here. Things are going to happen, apparently. I don't know. I'm gonna be calling for people's heads if things aren't getting done. And I mean, I don't mean to say that in our new season, new speech kind of thing, but
He said, "Shout out to Giants."
Shout out to the Giants. Shout
No
out to
Shane,
the fans,
right?
though. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to any other fans that comment. You know what I mean? Love y'all. Appreciate you. We need you. We need to stay grounded. Phil, you know what Joe Shane said in Hard Knocks? He said, "I don't listen to sports radio," so he doesn't listen to the fans.
You don't listen to sports anything, apparently.
But he'll ask his kids who he should draft. You know that he'll do months of work, and then he'll be like, "Hey, who should I draft today?"
I saw that.
Oh my god, I'm just like. Bumfuzzle.
Gotcha.
But it is what it is. It's a good start. Good new year. We're going over the NFC. I'm excited. Phil, are you excited?
Yep, absolutely. Just a reminder before we get into things, if you're new, we go live every week, or we try to go live every week, depending on schedules. Our plan is we try to do 2 lives a week once NBA season starts, of course. So 1 week we'll have NFL and NBA pods, so that's where you get best of both worlds. If you can't make it to the lives, you can always listen to it via audio. We're live on all audio platforms. So, hey, if you're watching via YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and put a notification so you know when we go live or upload videos. And we also have a gaming channel where I play a lot of sports games, WWE, NFL, NBA, MLB, maybe NHL down the road. But it is what it is. So what today is going to be, we are going to, before the season starts, we're going to go through 3 separate things each week. So basically this week's going to be the NFC predictions, how we think the NFC is going to play out. Next week is going to be the AFC. And then the week after that, the week of the season, we're going to do our playoff predictions. We're going to give our Super Bowl picks, maybe some NFL futures if you love betting out there. And we have our award winners as well. So with that being said, John, what division do we want to start off with? The NFC.
It's up to you. I'm thinking either.
You want to bend it up?
North or south? I mean, I don't know. Up to you.
You want to go east?
We could go east if you want to start off with the Giants.
I want you to rip off the band.
Why you gotta talk? Why you gotta talk?
You're the one,
Why you gotta talk about me?
Because if you may or may not know it, John is wearing for our audio listeners, John is wearing the Saquon Barkley throwback Giants jersey. So he wanted to put it to rest this last episode.
Hey, can I say something real quick, Phil? Can I get a solo screen real quick? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like
that. You got it.
Had to do it real quick. I just want to say, as a Giants fan, let me back up a little bit so I'm not off in the screen. But I just want to say, as a Giants fan, thank you, Saquon. I appreciate you so much for the things that you've done throughout the years, and I appreciate your time in New York. And it's gonna suck to watch you on the Eagles, but a lot of people go negative. I'm gonna go positive. I appreciate you, Saquon, and can't wait to see you have a great year this year. All right, Phil, you can unsolo screen me. I just want to say that. State the record clear here. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So many people walk up to me with the hate already in their hearts. Like, dog, the season hasn't even started yet. Like,
yeah. So, your camera went out?
What?
Your camera went out?
Yeah, for a second. I had to move something to my desk. Sorry about it.
So hey, shout out Saquon. Hopefully you tear apart New York.
I think he's gonna be the deciding factor in the NFC East. If we're gonna make a bold prediction, that's my bold prediction. And I mean, depending on how you look at it, I think either they're gonna increase their runs, they're gonna increase their passes. The Philadelphia Eagles are gonna be better than they were last year. It's plain and simple. Sorry about it. They got younger on the defensive side with Bryce Huff, but they're going to be better.
Let's jump into the Eagles then, since we're talking about it. Let's jump into the Eagles.
I think so. Who do you see coming out of the NFC East other than the Eagles? And I don't want to say that, and I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be. I'm wearing that as a Giants jersey. But who do you see coming out of the East other than the Eagles? You see the Cowboys?
It's either the Eagles or the Cowboys.
And what have they done this offseason?
Nothing.
They brought back Zeke. That's all they did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And you didn't pay a running back. We're supposed to.
They paid.
CD's not even in camp right now. What are we talking about here?
That's
Phil?
also true.
I'm just saying.
I have
get together. All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna have a breakdown soon.
Let's start with the Eagles. I have them going 12-5.
Okay. Same.
And just for a player you need to watch for, or a player to keep your eyes on, I have Devontae Smith. Now, with Saquon Barkley added, A.J. Brown is the legitimate number one.
Sure.
Some might think Devontae Smith, who had an off year last year after going crazy the year before, as a third or fourth option. And he has a chance to, fly under the radar, get his stats, etc., because most people are going to be guarding the pass, which the bigger threat is AJ. And if you have to guard the run, it's going to be Saquon. So that's going to leave third man out, Mr. Devontae Smith. So he might have a crazy year. So keep your eyes. If Jalen Hurts have enough time in the pocket and actually get his passes accurately, Devontae Smith can have a big year. That's who I'm watching out for the Eagles this year.
Okay. All right. For me, it's going to be that offensive line. All right.
Yep.
You're already better than the Giants. You know what I mean? But you replace.
Doesn't take much.
I mean, some people are coming back that are older. You know what I mean? But can they stay healthy? Can they stay together?
Lane Johnson. Yeah.
Lane Johnson. He's still there, isn't he? It's crazy. He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. He is that good. But it just that's. I know I said Saquon, but that offensive line, if they don't hold up, that prediction might go out the window. 12-5. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So Cowboys. Let's get the top 2 teams out the way first. I have them 12-5 as well.
Wow, that's some praise.
Yeah,
I have 10-7.
They have a very
get out of here. Go ahead.
They have, I believe, a very favorable schedule. I think that there's a game that they shouldn't lose, but the Cowboys, my Cowboys, so John's, I think, pick might be more accurate in my opinion. But yeah, I think this division is going to go down until the very last week. So I got them at 12-5, and for the Cowboys,
that's a great statement, though, Phil. That's a great statement because it really does come down to last week with this.
Yep. For me, for the Cowboys, keep it on Rico Dowdle. You mentioned Ezekiel Elliott. You know, he's familiar with the system.
Rico Dowdle, someone I have my eye on too.
Rico Dowdle might steal that spot midseason. Who knows if Zeke's struggling?
He's had some flashes, but he looked a lot like Tony Pollard. You know what I mean? Will they trust in him? That's my question. And that's why, I mean, no offense, number one person that the eyes are on the defense here. They've gotten better, right? And I mean, I think if there's gonna be a way you beat the Eagles, it's on defense. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but you have to shut down that dynamic ass offense. So
yeah, because defense has trouble last year for sure. Oof.
And I think I don't know, you know what I mean? I know I said 10-7, so I know it's not a great number, but that's a playoff team. That's a wild card team. That's a sneaking in the playoffs type team. I mean,
and they get Trayvon Diggs back, who also last year they had Deron Bland, who was like a Trayvon Diggs getting all those picks, and he had 3 pick sixes as well. So hey, that Cowboy secondary might be scary. So
valid.
Let's go Commanders next, Mr. Jaden Daniels, someone I'm a huge fan of.
Okay,
I have them going 8-9 this year.
Okay.
I think that's a big learning year for Jaden Daniels. It's a very young team. My person to watch for on this team is Mr. Jaden Daniels himself. He's getting a lot of RG3 comparisons, and rightfully so. He's a very talented runner, but he might be too talented for his own risk, aka he doesn't know when to slide, when to take safer runs, when to go out of bounds, etc., etc. So,
you don't think he watched the RG3 tape?
I mean, he should, hopefully.
I mean,
so yeah, crazy. I think we should have our eyes on him for good and for bad, because it all depends on his running style. Because we saw this last year with Anthony Richardson. He didn't take care of his body, and he was out by week 5. So
I like Jaden Daniels too. I mean, Phil, you're stealing all my players to freaking watch here.
So you'll go first for the Giants then.
I mean, you know who I'm really fantasy people. If you're smart, if you're not stupid, listen to me. Scary Terry and whoever is on the opposite side of this kid. They're gonna be good. They're gonna throw the ball a lot. That's just sorry, but it's truth. So that's who I'm watching, the wide receivers here, because I think you're right with this rookie. You know what I mean? If he takes care of himself, Scary Terry should be top 10. Yeah.
Because Sam Howell was top 10 fantasy quarterback for most of the season.
It's bro,
because they kept throwing no matter what.
What?
He was the most sacked, and he was leader in passing yards for first 10 seasons.
To be fair, I feel like wasn't that Benami's offense though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just that's that great offense. I don't mean for throwing the ball. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. So next up,
the New York Giants
boys, Big Blue. John, you get.
Wait. I had for the I didn't have the Commanders record. I have them going 10 or 7-10.
Oh, okay, one game off.
Yeah, one game off. Okay. But I think they're I think they're probably third realistically in this division.
Yeah, I agree. So this is our prop the Band-Aid.
Okay, so let's go New York Giants. Do you want me to go first? Or you want?
Yeah, go ahead. Your team, go ahead.
I got optimistically, we're back at 6-11, a top 10 pick. Where pessimistically, if Daniel Jones gets hurt, we might win 4 games. I don't know. And there's a lot of questions. The offensive line's a question. The wide receivers are a question. people think Singletary is going to be the same thing as Barkley, and it sickens me that the Giants but they kind of do. Like,
Who
there
the hell
are
did
people.
that?
I mean, a lot of people were saying Singletary going to be a plug and play running back, and that's basically what Saquon was to a point.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's some disrespect. That's all I'm saying. That people would be talking like that. I'm just saying. So, like, I mean, I would say I think they can win more than 6 games. They have the potential to, but that's only if the offensive line and the wide receivers are as good as they say they are. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if that's the truth. And the defense better be on fire. Brian Burns better be defensive fucking player of the year. Sorry about it. But should he not? Should he? He's coming into a defense with a defensive line of Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and him.
But will they be on the field too much because the offense? They might get burned down some games in most games.
What is you can strip sack it almost every hopefully. I mean, I don't
Hopefully,
yeah. That's
So, for me, I got 2 and 15.
Get out of here, Phil. We're winning so many more than 2 games.
You probably could be right. You know more about the Giants than I do, but I'm just looking at the schedule.
It's a tough schedule.
Yes. So,
Yes.
Hey, worst record, better pick. I'll be if I'm a Giants fan, I'd take 2 and 15 any day.
You're bugging. You
want the better pick at the end of the day, don't you?
No, not really. I want to play. Like, I want them to go out and play. Like, if I'm at MetLife Stadium, right, and I'm spending my money on a cheesesteak that costs $13, $15, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see a win. Damn, I want to see a win. At least 6 games out of the year, I want to see a win. 6 is like 2 less than we're supposed to get for home games. So we should go 6 and something at home.
Also, player to watch. Malik Neighbors. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck. I think. Hear me out. There's been a lot of talk about Daniel Jones and a lot of disrespect put on his name even before the season comes.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what he does. He's coming back from injury. He might win comeback player of the year if they go more than 6 games.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if they win 8 games, Phil.
I think they fixed that thing of you can't come back from mediocrity or being.
Whoa! He came back from an injury. What are you talking about?
Oh no, sorry, he was out from injury. My fault.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Well,
I forgot.
That's what I mean. The expectations are on that he's going to be mediocre to start. You know what I mean? It's like, let's see what he has. Definitely. I'm not saying it's going to be good because, by the way, Giants fans, I'm blaming the GM here. 3 years ago, we were a playoff team. Yeah. Okay. What did we turn into? Are we turned into a playoff team or we turn into a rebuild? We'll get into that later on in the show, but let's go, Phil. What do we got next? We got north, south, west.
We went from the east. Now we're going to go right to the west, NFC West. We're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks. I got them at 5-12. And someone you should look out for this year, wide receiver, not DK Metcalf, not Tyler Lockett, not Jacob Bobo. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's been showing signs and flashes lately. I think he might take that 2 job away from Tyler Lockett. Very possible. So I got him in my highlight.
6-12 for the Seahawks?
5-12.
5-12?
Yep.
I had them going 6-11.
Damn, just 1 game off again?
Just 1 game off. I do see them in last place. I think they change over from Geno this year, and this is their switch it year. So I see them anywhere from 6 to 8 games max. Who's
the backup? The guy from Washington, right? Sam Howell.
Sam Howell, yeah. They were really pushing Sam Howell in preseason. At least from what I saw.
Gotcha. So who you got eyes on for Seattle this year?
Seattle, honestly, Geno Smith. I think that's a huge question mark. Does he stay on another 2 years? They're going to draft somebody over his position. So it's really, can he play well enough to get them to the wild card again? And I mean,
he won't.
Maybe he will. He probably won't, though.
Off your prediction, no.
You say no? You're going to say no?
I'm not off your prediction. You said 6-11.
11. I want to believe in Geno Smith. I just think the tide turns. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be injuries. Is that wrong to predict that?
I mean, it might be. Kenneth Walker. Let's see. What's his name? Charbonnet.
What I'm saying is that it's happened in past years. You know what I'm saying? So
gotcha. So Cardinals, I have them at 5-12 as well. Yeah, the 2 bottom teams should be the Cardinals and Seahawks. They're fairly young. Kyler Murray's coming back from injury. This was who do you have for the Cardinals before I said my player?
The Cardinals to watch.
Yeah, or the record, whatever you prefer.
It's Marvin Harrison Jr., is it not?
It's absolutely Marvin Harrison Jr.
People are also talking about McBride. People are also talking about some others. Realistically, I think it's Kyler Murray. Does he hold that job in Arizona if he continues to struggle while they add talent around him? I mean,
new coach and everything.
Yeah, new coach, new everything. I mean, he might not want him after this year, which would be stunning. But
will he play well during Call of Duty season? That's the question.
Sure.
November, October.
I have the Cardinals actually going 7-10.
Okay, off 2 games. Not bad.
Yeah, but I have them beating out the Seahawks. Realistically, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go realistically 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. Personally, I
see that. Okay. Next
up, what do you got next?
Rams, LA Rams. They're coming off of losing Aaron Donald. But Puka Nacua had a hell of a year. Cooper Kupp banged up. I think he's past his prime. Stafford as well. So I see the Rams going 9-8 this year. I think their chances of being contenders in the AFC are probably done with Aaron Donald being out and over with in his career. So yeah, you probably got to look at for my player to watch for the 9-8 Rams, Blake Corum, running back. They just drafted. It looks like the running back job is never safe in LA. So hey, if Kyron Williams struggles, I'm not saying he will, but he should look behind him just in case for Mr. Blake Corum.
I don't know about that, Phil. A lot of people are saying Blake Corum, but I don't see him as a player to watch. I see him as a fill-in player because Kyron Williams was taking 90 out of the, let's say, 100 snaps last year. I think he'd maybe take 70, or maybe he'll take, Corum will take 30 to 40% max.
Yeah.
That's why, I
still like 75-25 probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Kyron Williams is going to be such a threat in LA. I'm really debating not giving him up in fantasy over Puka Nacua. Everyone's talking about Puka Nacua.
You better set your damn keepers.
What?
You better set.
I don't know. We'll talk about that afterwards. But I'm having trouble on my app. But
okay, gotcha.
To get to the Rams, I don't think they fall off here, Phil. I think their offense continues to improve, and I'll give them 10-7 again. I think they're a playoff team again. Wild card team. Why not? Gotcha.
Okay. Who'd you play to watch for the Rams?
For the Rams. I'm dying. It's got to be Puka, just because of the injury reports out of camp. Do you think he gets injured like Cooper Kupp?
Oh, imagine.
And then there's also that other rookie they signed in the 6th round, that number 88. I can't remember his name. But,
I can't remember his name either.
He is someone to watch on the waiver wire. Just a tip there, Phil. He's a rookie.
I might draft him.
I'm just saying. I don't normally talk about it, but
okay. Gotcha.
If Puka gets injured, which I'll be nervous about, that's who I'm getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As you might want to get him as a handcuff.
I hear that. Me and Phil are in this very competitive fantasy draft, and we don't really talk fantasy because we don't want to give up exactly what we're feeling about different people. Yeah. But we've decided for the NFC at least to point out people that we had to kind of talk about. You know what I mean?
Okay, because after this we'll get into some fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
We'll give a player that you should draft in fantasy and a player you got to fade in fantasy for each team.
I'm against the fade. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Because realistically, the fade is only based on when you get them in the draft position or how much they cost.
Absolutely.
Be a trade. I'm just saying that's the only time you talk about a fade. That's all. But we'll get into that later.
Gotcha. 49ers.
Yep.
Honestly,
bottom up.
I have them 13-4. And it's going to be Deebo Samuel. There's reports of Brandon Ayuk maybe staying, maybe going. But nonetheless, I think Deebo Samuel is more known for being that Swiss Army knife tool than an actual wide receiver. So hopefully, he can put his cleats on the ground, carve off some routes, and actually show everybody why he's a wide receiver on a depth chart, not a Swiss Army knife tool.
We know the 49ers are taking this division.
Yes.
We know the 49ers are taking this division. Okay. Do I think it's their season? No. I would agree with you that initially I thought 13-4, but for the aspects of how I feel they're going to do in the playoffs, I gave them 11-6 because I think they choke this year. But they'll probably go on a regular season of 13-4. You're probably right there. I'm just saying I think they choke in the playoffs. Hence, they're gonna come playoff time. They will be walking into the playoffs limping. I don't mean to be like that, but I don't see them going to the Super Bowl next year. That's what I'm saying. I don't see it
Wow.
at all whatsoever.
Okay.
I see the Eagles beating them by a lot. That's what I see. Sorry about
Oof.
that. I don't mean to put that out there, but that's what I see. All right. I don't mean to be like that. But
Ooh, so,
like
okay.
there's been a lot of questions with the 49ers. They lost a lot of games they weren't supposed to last year, too. I just want to put that out there.
Fair enough.
I mean,
especially when
they
Christian
lose a
McCaffrey
lot,
went
but
down.
the ones they lost, they're supposed to win. I'm just saying.
Yep. The Browns, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Who's your guy to eye on
the
49ers?
49ers?
Yes.
It's definitely not going to be the quarterback. It's got to be if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy. I don't mean to put that
if he goes down
in the world, but that's why 11-6 looks like 11-6. I think somebody gets injured, or the bullshit of the trade talks with Ayuk causes them to lose to the Jets in the first game, or there's something that gets to the 49ers this year. I don't mean to be like that, but there's something that gets.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, some people think they go to the Super Bowl again, and they're a possibility. They're top 4 team, but I don't know.
We'll talk about it in the tier list.
We'll talk about it later in the tier list. I'm just saying. I don't know. But.
Gotcha. So we have the last two divisions. We're going to go down south, NFC South.
North instead?
I think the North are competitive. That's why I want to get rid of this
fine.
South, because we want to say one of the more comp divisions for last.
NFC. Right. They're definitely not more competent. One team comes out of this division, and there's always one surprise team, and that's it. I don't mean to be. I get the South doesn't have anybody, but I'm just saying
because the South's one of the worst.
Oh, what?
The NFC South?
1-2 years. Get over that. One of the worst stuff. Oh,
I mean,
this year it's going to be different. This year Atlanta going to do some things. And Penny didn't pay me no money before to come on and say this, but this time
let's talk about Atlanta then. Go ahead.
All right, jeez. Give me a second. I was really focused more on North over South, so I'm not trying to be like that. I'm saying Atlanta, right? The Atlanta freaking Falcons. They went 7-10 last year, right? They'll go 11-6 this year.
Ooh. Is it crazy?
They will have a winning record and go to the playoffs. Actually, you know what? 10-7. 10-7.
I have them 13-4.
Okay. Well, I said 11-6 first, so I'll go 11-6. You have them 13-4. Okay, so I was right, but yeah, go ahead. You have 13-4. They ain't winning 13 games, so like you said, this division.
Yeah, it'll probably be like 11. 11 sounds more realistic.
Okay.
10 or 11.
Who do you want to go next, or who's the player you want to watch out for on the Atlanta?
Listen, it's not Bijan. It's not Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Kyle Pitts actually has a decent offensive coordinator.
Didn't think he'd go there.
He's been dealing with injuries. He's been dealing with a shitty head coach, a shitty coordinator. Arthur
There's
Smith.
a lot of excuses there, Phil. There's a lot of excuses on Kyle Pitts.
It is time to unlock Kyle Pitts, and this is the season they do it. Kyle Pitts is the go-to guy.
You're bugging.
Behind Bijan, of course. But
there's one name you should have put out there, and one name only. And he's going to revolutionize their defense. All right? It's Matthew Judon. I'll tell you that right now. It's Matthew Judon. You should have said it. Sorry, Matthew. I don't mean to, he's former Patriot. He's still in the shock train. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, that defense with Matthew Judon and Simmons, great signings early into training camp. I'm just saying. People really slept on those guys or thought they were like, I'm sitting here with the Jets going, oh, Matthew Judon was available. And we gave a 3rd-round pick to someone we have to pay?
Damn well we weren't going to trade Judon.
Wait until next week. I got lots of things to say.
They were not going to trade. The Patriots were not going to trade to the Jets to Judon.
I know, but I get Judon wasn't available, but what I'm saying is the options. You know what I mean? There were other options. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Who do you got for the? Oh, it's Judon. Next up, we have the
that defense is going to be better this year. I'm telling
Carolina Panthers. Booty cheeks 2-15.
I see them improving. I see them not being, you know what I mean?
I hope Bryce Young has a better year because he has a little bit of better weapons around you, especially the guy Xavier Legette with the great accent.
Is that who you're watching? Legette?
Yes.
Okay, I'm watching that offensive line because Bryce Young got I don't mean
Bryce Young was only watching the offensive line.
Yeah, I think that's someone had to say it, Phil. Someone had to say it. Where is it? Do they have an offensive? We're gonna find out this year. 2-15. What?
Where do you have them?
I have them last place, but I have them improving and winning 3 more games. I've been going 5-10. Is that right or no? I have them going 5 and something.
12, right? Because 17 total, right?
Yeah, 5-12. Yeah.
5 and 12. Okay. Oh, not bad. Okay. Yeah, for terrible teams, I always go like ultimate pessimistic, but for good teams, I usually go optimistic. So yeah, it's probably me just being very, very, very pessimistic. So
What do you got?
yeah, I got 215. So
Oh, you got 215. You got the same exact record. Okay, cool.
Yep.
You don't see them beating anybody else?
I see them. No, not much.
It's 17 games, Phil. It's a lot of games. I hear you.
I see them beating the Giants.
Okay, that's one more team than I expected you to say. But okay, cool. Brian Burns about to wreak havoc that game. That's about Brian Burns' revenge.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm just saying.
That'd be funny. Next up, let's go Tampa Bay. Buccaneers. Right. They shocked the world by beating the Eagles last year. I think they're due for a regression. I think they go 7-10 this year.
Ooh.
I think that Baker Mayfield had a hell of a season last year. Props to him. But I don't think it happens 2 years in a row. I think he falls down to earth a little bit, and so does the Buccaneers. So 7-10, but my guy to watch is Rachaad White. I think he's a very talented receiving back. I think he gets those numbers going. So if you're a fantasy football guy, keep an eye on him. Because nothing is better to fantasy football than a running back who can catch. So, especially PPR leagues.
I'm gonna go 8-9. I think they're the number 2 team in this division now. I think they, if there's a playoff spot or a wild card spot, they're going to be competing for it. I don't know if they will. You know what I mean? But I think they're number 2. And I would disagree with you. I think the Saints are on the decline, and they're going 7-10. Sorry.
Gotcha.
That's the only. I just want to put that in there because
you know what's funny?
7-10, but I had the Saints.
You know what's funny?
What?
I have the Saints 8-9.
Get out of here!
So we flipped. We flipped.
Stop.
We flipped on the Panthers and we flipped on the Bucs.
We really did.
So who you got your eyes on for the Bucs this year?
For the Bucs, I mean, I don't. I really like Rachaad White as a name. Chris Godwin, if he could stay healthy, Chris Godwin. I'm be honest with you.
He said he's going to play more slot this year. So
I mean, I'm excited for it.
He's phenomenal.
I'm excited for him and Baker, and I mean, I don't know how much they throw the ball. You know what I mean? But if that team can stay together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, with Baker Mayfield, they threw a lot.
Did they? Okay, that's good. I mean, I'm not anti-Baker. I'm just saying that like he's not. At the end of the day, he's a pretty good quarterback. You know what I mean? He's not a great quarterback. He's not someone who I think can ultimately lead you by himself to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So like, what I'm saying is like, as long as he doesn't piss off his weapons around him, I think he's gonna have a decent team. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all. I'm like. I don't know how Cleveland got as toxic as it did, Phil. You know what I mean? But could you see that happening? If he doesn't produce wins? Like, could you see another Cleveland 2.0 happening or not?
I mean, the only thing with Tampa Bay, though, is they pretty much put all their eggs in their basket with Tom Brady. They got what they wanted.
And they know that. They knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't work out with Baker, they're going to commit fully rebuild. They're probably going to get rid of all their weapons like Godwin, like Mike Evans, Rachaad White, try to flip them for picks and other assets, and eventually go to rebuild. Yeah, because I think with Baker, they're trying to compete, but it's probably a little too late. You should have started rebuilding as soon as you lost Brady. But hey.
I hear that.
Yeah. So for New Orleans, I have them 8-9. You have them 7-10.
That's right, 7-10. Fuck yeah.
For the Saints, Chris Olave, wide receiver. There's no Michael Thomas on this roster.
A lot of people are. Have you been listening to the fantasy chats? Are talking about fade him.
Olave?
Yeah. He's becoming the new Mike Evans.
1K consistently.
I don't know. He's becoming the new Mike. People like. I'm just saying like people are gonna fade on him into the point where he's gonna be worth more than he's being drafted at. Do you know what I mean? That's what happened to Mike Evans. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying draft Chris Olave. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you though. He definitely is the person to watch. Right. And if not, hopefully that Saints defense. I need to talk to Lawrence more about the Saints. They kind of have me worried. That's why I gave him a bad record. Sorry about it. You know what I mean? But what does he think of him?
Oh, he thinks they're ass. So yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're valid at 7-10. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, cool. That's all right.
Okay, so the last division, NFC North. Let's go with the Minnesota Vikings. They lost J.J. McCarthy. They had a slew of injuries, including a DB that they drafted that passed away. So, yeah, not a lot of bad luck for Minnesota. I have them going 1-16. I don't know.
Really? 1-16. You're crazy right now.
Too many losses.
You're crazy right now. They added a lot of pieces. And
they also lost a lot of pieces.
Just because McCarthy got injured to start the season doesn't mean Sam Darnold won't win 3 games. He'll win 3 games.
I mean, Jordan Addison's hurt. T.J. Hawkinson's hurt.
Oh, jeez. Jordan Addison has a sprained ankle. What are we
They don't have a running back.
Oh, they have Aaron Jones. What are you talking about? They don't have a
running back. Oh, they do have Aaron Jones, but
they're not going to run Aaron Jones like he ran last year. I feel they are.
We're getting old Aaron Jones. We're not getting prime.
We are getting an older Aaron Jones.
Plus Sam Darnold, the quarterback. I see dead people.
Don't even talk to me about Sam Darnold. I wore a Sam Darnold jersey yesterday, and some people gave me a compliment. And I was like, please stop. Like, thanks.
You brave soul for wearing that.
Like,
good for you.
It's like,
So where do you have them then? I have them 116.
You're gonna think I'm crazy about the North, but they're a weird division to me. Where do I have the Vikings? I have them at 6-11.
That's probably more.
I really
go past.
Originally, on the upside, I have them at 8-9. If they can somehow turn this around, if Sam Darnold can somehow put a string of games together, I don't know if they win 8 games, but I think minimum they win 4-5. I have them at 6-11. Really optimistic, 8-9. I have 2 teams going 8-9. That's if we're being optimistic, but it's not going to happen. So 6-11 for the Vikings.
For the Vikings,
and JJ, just saying, there's only one person who wants something.
I mean, for me, it's Jordan Addison because we know what JJ is going to bring. But I've
been. Then it's Aaron Jones. What are you talking about? Aaron Jones about to be that run game. Aaron Jones about to be that difference maker. He's about to play the backers twice a year and get that business.
I'm always gonna try to support and root for Jordan Addison because Monday Night Football. We are live and he won my match against John. So yeah. So yeah, that guy. Team Jordan Addison.
Are you keeping him or not?
I can't.
Good, I'll keep him. I'll draft him this year. We'll go.
We'll see.
We'll win it again. Don't worry, Addison.
Okay.
We'll put you on the good team this year.
Next up,
the Bears.
Yep, the Bears. The team that got the number 1 pick this year, who drafted Caleb Williams. He's already showing flashes in preseason. John, where do you have him this year, and who do you want to watch?
You're gonna think I'm crazy. Optimistically, I have them winning 8 games, but realistically, I have them at 7-10.
I have them at 7-10 as well.
Okay, they could be an 8-9 team. They could almost go to the playoffs. This could be I know we have to pump our brakes, and they probably will only win 4 to 6 games. But
because NFC is very top heavy.
It is, bro. It is, and then the weird thing about it is that the Cardinals can beat any team sometimes, depending on where they play them. If they're at home, they could beat any team. Kyler Murray's healthy, they really could beat any team, and they suck. I don't mean to be like that, but Arizona, I really hope they have a better year this year because they need it.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, okay, that's funny. That's funny. Okay,
for the Bears, for someone to watch for, I mean, Caleb Williams is obvious. I'm gonna go with give me Rome Odunze. He's been building a lot of chemistry with Caleb Williams throughout the whole NFL draft process and post draft. So I think he has a decent year. I think Kenny said this when we did our draft for his league the other day. Don't be surprised if Rome Odunze is the number 2 and passes up Keenan Allen.
I hear that if Keenan Allen gets injured. But also don't be surprised if Keenan Allen holds that job down. He might not get injured. He might pull an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and go, you know what, kid, you could wait another year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't have him watch. I don't really like Keenan Allen. All right. I feel bad because he played his whole career with the Chargers, who I hate as an organization. So I don't know. I know he's a great wide receiver. I agree with Kenny's take that Rome Odunze probably will take over, but I don't know. Realistically, the Bears, who I look for, head coach. Brand new head coach, rookie head coach. How does he handle it? You know what I mean? How does he handle the start of the year? Can they make it to 6 wins? You know what I mean? We don't know. Head coach. I'm going to go head coach with players to watch. I know that's a dumb pick, but I'd go head coach or Caleb Williams. See how they gel together.
Gotcha. Next team up, Green Bay Packers. They stunned the Cowboys, and everyone was laughing at the Cowboys. So thank you, Packers, for doing that.
Anybody could do that.
A lot of people. Jordan Love got paid, and now I believe is the highest quarterback in the NFL. I think they go 11-6.
Okay, that's interesting.
Jaden Reed, wide receiver. Look out for him. He can do a lot on the field. It's Swiss Army knife. I think he has a good season.
I like that. I think they take a step back. They go 9-8.
Ooh.
I don't mean to be like that, but I don't think this kid is all cracked up to be what he's supposed to be.
A lot of people are expecting aggression as well from Jordan Love.
I'm just he was great last year because no one had tape on him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
I can see that. A lot of people are expecting regression, including me. So,
Okay.
so yeah.
But yeah, I mean, players to watch. Jordan Reed's a great player. Who else do they have? Who's their new running back?
Josh Jacobs from the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for Josh Jacobs. I don't know if he has as many rushing yards as he did on the Raiders,
Probably
but
not.
that's who I'm watching.
Okay. And the last team we're going to go over before some fancy stuff, the Lions. They were so close from going to the Super Bowl, but then the San Francisco 49ers turned things up.
So you putting them up there or not? What are you thinking?
I got them going 12-5.
Okay. I'm going 13-4.
Oh.
One game more.
A lot of people are expecting a step back from them this year.
I know. I'm taking a step forward though. I know it's ridiculous, but I think at the top I don't see the 49ers as that good. I know it's a horrible take, but
yeah. Also, my guy to watch, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back.
Valid point.
That's been one of my favorite players to watch. And also I'm giving part 2 because John, you know how I feel about this guy, Sam Laporta, Sam I am, tight end, Detroit Lions. So I got
that's why at the Atlanta take I was like, yeah, talk your shit, but you're gonna keep Sam Laporta.
And I'm keeping Laporta on my team.
But
he is being on my team. Sam Laporta is one of my keepers.
What round did you draft him in?
Let's see. I know it was late. I didn't draft him actually. Remember I got him in a trade?
Oh, that's funny as hell.
I think it was a late pick too.
I thought you drafted him. You didn't draft him.
No, I got somebody else.
Okay.
I got him late in the 13th.
Okay.
No, yeah, someone drafted him in the 13th, and I traded for him.
Who'd you trade?
Was it Tommy? It was somebody. I forgot.
Okay.
But I know I got him. I know he's a 13th round pick, so I'm more than happy with that.
To keep him? Yeah, I hear that.
Yep. So what about you?
For the Lions, who am I watching?
Yep.
I'm going to continue to watch Jared Goff. I mean, I know I've been talking about quarterbacks all night, but that dude, I progressively changed his whole name. You know what I mean? People wrote him off once he got traded to Detroit, and then
that's true.
He really has turned this team over. So I think if they're going to improve and not take a step back, it's really going to be on his health and what he does with the football and how he leads this team. But I really like Jahmyr Gibbs as a name. Also, their defense is not bad at all. Like, their defense is like someone in a way that they could take an extra step this year. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. So that's our team records predictions. Let's talk about some fantasy football, because I know if you guys don't know, if you guys are new here and watching for the first time or listening for the first time, John is our defending champion from last year.
Thank you.
Will he repeat this year? Absolutely not. I'm going to make sure of it. But congrats to John nonetheless. So, how do we want to do this? We want to go by people we like in this draft, any sleepers, or
I don't know. I mean,
how about we just go rapid fire? I say team, someone you like on fantasy for that team,
or we could do position. We'll do quarterback. We could even limit it to the NFC.
Okay.
Like, just actually no, never mind. I like what you were saying. Team.
Actually, it'll be better. You'll be good.
Go ahead.
Each division, we make a fancy lineup. Me and you will build fancy lineups for each division. So it'll be quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
I like that.
So yeah, because we could do two wide. I don't know. We want to save some time, so we'll do one for each: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. So
great.
Let's start with
the best of the best.
Yep.
So Daniel Jones in the East.
Yep, absolutely. Daniel Jones, quarterback. Let's go. Mobility, throwing power.
Realistically, let's get this started. We're going East first. So record that.
Quarterback.
Do you want Dak or Hurts?
Honestly,
Or do you
it
want
should-
Jaden Daniels?
honestly, it should be the answer should be Hurts because he's been a proven performer for fantasy football wise. But I would love to roll the dice with Jaden.
Daniels. Okay, that's a interesting pick.
But if you want to go Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't be upset.
No, it's all right. Running back. I'll go Saquon Barkley.
Yep, agreed. Wide receiver, it should be CeeDee Lamb.
Is it?
I mean, assuming he plays every single game.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
AJ.
I'm gonna say AJ Brown because of the lockup. I don't mean to be like that, but that's how I won this championship, low key. It was a dynamic 1-2 punch. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know.
Gotcha.
You want CD?
Oh yeah,
instead?
because yeah, I think CD.
Okay, CD.
Gotcha. Tight end. Jake Ferguson, right?
Yeah, I would say Jake Ferguson probably the best.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wait, who's on the Commanders?
No one that should be on a fancy lineup.
I will say this for
Daniels.
Giants fans: watch the new tight end that's coming out this year. There's a new tight end. His name is slipping me. He's number 47. Watch for him. He's gonna be good.
Gotcha. What? Sanat, I think.
I'm messing up his name. I'll bring it up next week.
Gotcha. Okay. NFC North. Quarterback.
You want to go golf, or you want to go?
I think Caleb.
Really, I don't know.
Just because running ability, because it's like a fancy football.
Or running ability, but if he can take care of himself, we haven't even seen if he can take care of himself. You know what I'm saying?
So we can go Jared Goff because I like Jared Goff more than Love.
Okay,
Jared Goff. Running back, Gibbs.
Sure.
Gibby. Wide receiver, Justin Jefferson. And tight end, my guy, Sam Laporta. Those all sound good, right?
Yes. Tight end, yep. Good.
Gotcha.
Laporta.
Okay, NFC South. That was easy. North. Quarterback. Okay. Ooh. Do we go
Kurt? Or are you going to go
Kirk? Yeah. I like Kirk.
I just think with the weapons, that's who I'd pick.
Yeah.
Running back.
Bijan.
You want? Oh, okay. I was going to say I thought you were going to go White here, but
nah, I think Bijan will go crazy this year.
Yeah, he probably will.
Wide receiver, Olave or Mike Evans?
Mike Evans. Sorry about it.
Mike Evans. Okay. And then tight end, Kyle Pitts.
I guess.
Ooh, what? Who else?
Ain't nobody else in that. You loving Kyle Pitts. All right, cool, Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
I'm with you.
NFC West. Oof.
Sanford.
I think Kyle Murray does better fancy football wise than Stafford and Brock Purdy.
Sure. Kyle Murray.
Okay. Running back, Kyron, right? Oh, no, CMC, sorry.
Nah, yeah, CMC.
Yeah, CMC. Wide receiver.
Debo.
Oh, who?
Debo. Oh, no, actually,
Puka.
Wide receiver, I really, 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 I know this is going to sound stupid, but it should be either DK or it should be.
I'm leaning Puka, personally.
You're leaning Puka, personally? Okay. I was even going to say give it to the rookie in Arizona. What's his face?
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah.
I think he's Marvin Harrison. I think he has a good season, but I think Puka is probably going to be the best fancy wide receiver in this group.
In this division?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So I think definitely keep Puka then.
Actually, no, I changed my mind. Actually,
it was a question. Now you're just
no. Just scratch whatever I said. Scratch it from the record.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp will be the best.
Cooper Kupp. Okay, gotcha. Cooper Kupp.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I like that. And then tight end, you got Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle by default.
What do you mean by default? If we're talking Kittle or Pitts, it's Kittle all day. I don't mean to be like that, but it's the facts.
Pitts doesn't get more receiving touches. Kittle blocks more.
Stop. Kittle all day. You could ask anybody right now who's better, Kittle or
Kittle's the better overall tight end, but Pitts is the better catcher.
And he's got a better career, and he's got just because he's got a better fit, it doesn't mean he has done shit ever. You know what I mean?
But if you want to get points, it's Pitts. But if you want the better tight end, it's going to be Kittle.
I don't know. Kittle gets a lot of damn points. He's a top 5 tight end. I'm just saying. Is he not?
But he also has games where he's just blocking.
He has singular games at the end, but that's also with Mark Andrews or whoever you want to. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of tight ends like that.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll go Kittle though.
All right, that's pretty good though.
Okay, so
you thinking Daniels is going to be better than Hurts and Dak is kind of crazy. That's the hot take of the day. I don't mean to be like that, but
fantasy wise.
There we go.
Oh,
I hear you.
You're trying to get me clipped up.
I mean, you get clipped up with some of these comments. What are you talking about? Oh, no. Even fantasy wise, still. I mean, I don't mean to be like that.
No, I do think it should be Hurts, Dak, and then Jaden. Or maybe
I like Daniels, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be good this year. He is. I'm just saying. This is good though. This is pretty good. Yeah.
So, before we head out, we're gonna do a quick NFL tier list. So I'm gonna change that. So I'm just gonna do the intro real quick. So just so that we can do the video. 3, 2, 1. Yo, welcome back to Baller Central. With your boys Phil and John here. We are at the end of our first episode of season 3 of the Baller Central Pod. Before we head out, we're gonna do a quick tier list for the NFC side of things for this year. So hey, if you're new, make sure you like and comment down below, subscribe, put on notifications so you know when we upload, and let's get into things. So I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. Boom. Okay, John, let me know when you see it. Okay. You see it, John? Or are you there? Oh shit, hold on. Boom. Okay. Hold on. So we're doing only NFC. Oh, John, like that for a second. So we're gonna do. I'll edit this out. So, just down below. So we're gonna do only NFC. So I'll just organize this real quick while we're waiting for John to come back.
Phil, sorry about that.
Very good. Okay, so I'm just gonna edit that out. I'm just gonna move all the NFC teams to the left, so it'll be easier.
To the left. Although let's turn this up though, because I only got 47%. My computer died on me. I was like, right in the middle of your intro.
That's fine.
Did you laugh? Was it funny?
Yeah, I was like, where'd he go? Let's see.
I left you. I was done with it. It was a long episode. No joke.
Let's see. Boom. 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 Let's see, Texans. Cowboys. Panthers. That should be the last one.
Can you delete other teams
1, 2,
or no?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, wait, the Dolphins are right there. Silly goose.
Can you delete teams or no?
No, we're just going to go on in the row. So, I'm going to edit this from here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so our tiers are Super Bowl contenders, playoff teams, potential wild cards, mid, young but intriguing, and then rebuild. So I think we should start off with the obvious ones first. So teams in rebuild, I think we should go with. I think Panthers. Do you agree? Rebuild?
Sure, they're in a rebuild.
Yep. Who else? Cardinals?
Sure.
Okay. Commanders? Or young but intriguing?
Sure, but some of these, yeah. I mean, Commanders you can put young but intriguing.
Okay.
We should just go in a row, though. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's go in a row. Okay. Let's go Saints.
I think they're pretty mid.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I agree.
They need to rebuild, but they're
they need
stuck
to
in
rebuild.
time.
New York Giants, your guys.
I love them, but this season will prove it. I think right now we're pretty mid, if we're being honest.
Gotcha. L.A. Rams. I like potential wild card here.
I think they're a wild card team.
Yeah.
I
don't
think if their
they're
offense
mid.
stutters, they'll become mid very quickly.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Because losing Aaron Donald, that's huge.
yeah, it is. It is.
Tampa Bay.
This is a hard question. You think they're mid or do you think they're potential wild card? Because they won the division last year. So
yep. Last year, I think if the division didn't matter, I think they'd be potential wild cards last year. Sure. But I think they'll be mid this year.
You think so?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked if they were in the wild card hunt. So if you think what potential wild card,
I think they deserve wild card hot spot. Sorry,
okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. I agree. That's fine.
Cool.
Detroit Lions. Are we going Super Bowl contenders or playoff?
They are Super Bowl contenders at this point. At this point, they're top Super Bowl contenders.
Okay. Chicago Bears. I'm going to go young but intriguing.
Sure, young but intriguing.
49ers, Super Bowl contenders.
Close to rebuild, though. I don't mean to be like that. They lose CMC. Yeah. Phil, that shit is over. I don't mean to be like that.
Oh, yeah. No. I agree. Okay,
sure. Cool. Which is a joke, but you know what I mean. But
oh, no shit. They have to pay so many people after this year? Oof. Philadelphia.
Super Bowl contender. Sorry about it, but yeah.
I agree. Okay. Vikings. Oof. Rebuild.
You think so? Yeah, they're
either rebuild. Yeah, they should rebuild. So
they're in the process of a rebuild right now. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah. Green Bay.
We might need to move the Cardinals up to mid.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
I'm just I don't mean to be like that. I'm just looking at the thing.
Okay, let's get through these and then we'll refigure.
Yeah, change it up. Okay, I'm just saying. Green Bay. Where do you want to do?
Oof. I'm gonna say potential wild. Actually, I think potential wild card because I think the Lions win the division, so I'm gonna say potential wild cards.
Sure.
Falcons. Playoff teams?
Potential wild card. I don't know if I can put anyone in the South in like a team until they prove themselves. I don't mean to be like that, but you really think? All right, you think they're already set?
Yeah.
There's no doubt they make the playoffs.
Yes.
Okay, what happens if they don't make the playoffs?
Well, then Kenny's gonna get an earful.
Okay, well, Kenny's gonna get an earful. Are you willing to make a sweet treat bet on it? I'm just saying.
If they make the playoffs?
If they don't make the playoffs, you gotta give me a sweet treat of some sort. If they make the playoffs, I'll get you a sweet treat.
Didn't we make a
candy
bet
bar? Could be anything. What?
Did we make a bet with that as well?
Well, that was me and what's his face? One of the IVT guys that I completely Lawrence. It was me and Lawrence, but I don't see Lawrence all the time, so I have to get him a chocolate bar or a cake next time I see him. Gotcha. But if you don't want to make that bet, you don't have to make that bet. I'm just saying it's a bet.
You know what? I'll make that bet.
Sweet treat. I mean, it's a win-win bet. You know what I mean?
I'll make that bet for sure then. Okay,
put it in there then. But I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be coming to me next season with this if they don't make the playoffs.
Gotcha. So
eat your sweet treat in front of you.
Seahawks.
I think they're mid.
Yeah, I agree. Cowboys, I think it's playoff teams.
Maybe they're a wild card team. No offense, I don't mean to be like that.
Well, I think the Cowboys year in year out are going to be like guaranteed playoffs unless something tragic happens. Because
we guarantee the playoffs. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time they missed the playoffs?
They won't miss it this year. I'll tell you that right now. Shit.
Okay, so that's everyone in the NFC. Who do we want? You said you want to move the Cardinals to mid?
Yeah, Cardinals to mid.
Okay.
Because they're not technically in a rebuild. They still have Kyler Murray. They still have you know what I mean? Like they're young and intriguing also could work here.
Which one?
Young and intriguing.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that. Okay. Let's see. Super Bowl contenders. I feel like we should move Detroit to playoff.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, because the Eagles have been to Super Bowl. The 49ers haven't. I mean, the 49ers have. Detroit, they may not be ready yet. I think they'll be
consistent. Think they're ready? Come on.
Well, they show why they weren't ready in the NFC conference.
You just don't like 3 people at the top of the tree. I'm just saying.
Well, because 2 out of these 3 teams have been to the Super Bowl already. Eagles twice,
Sure.
49ers twice.
But you're really going to sit here with Sam Laporta on your fantasy team and talking up Gibbs and then saying how Jared Goff did turn around this franchise, and you're going to tell me they're not contenders for the Super Bowl?
Well, I feel like they should be contenders, but I feel like I'm more confident with them as a playoff team. I'm more confident of them making the playoffs than them being a fighting chance for a Super Bowl.
Sure.
My personal
opinion. Just saying, if we're going under that logic, the Cowboys should be a wild card team because that's how they got in last year. But whatever. Right? No, did they win the division last year? They won the division last year. Yeah. There was some bullshit with the Eagles. Yeah, but not this year. I'll tell you that right now.
The Cowboys, I understand why they get a lot of hate, but they consistently make the playoffs. They just consistently choke in the playoffs.
I'm telling they were choked before the playoffs this year, Phil. They had nobody. I'm just saying. True. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
We can keep the trend Super Bowl contenders then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep them at the back. They definitely the worst of all the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the worst out of those 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so playoff teams: Falcons, Cowboys. Potential wild cards: Rams, Buccaneers, Packers, Saints.
I'm just annoyed because if Aaron Donald didn't retire, there's no way in hell you're telling me the Rams are worse than the Cowboys. You know what I mean? There's no. But now that Aaron Donald's retired, like you can have that conversation. You know what I mean? So, like,
is there anything that's bothering you on this list?
I mean, the Cowboys being a playoff team. That's personally.
I mean, hey, it's as much as you don't like it, it's pretty much been a guarantee so far. They just can't succeed in that.
Guarantee that. Let's see what they do with their year. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they're guaranteed to make it there. They just can't show up in there.
Okay, right. You gotta show up. You gotta do something. Otherwise, in a sense, you go down. Do you not? Is this not a system of up and downs? I'm just saying.
I mean, there's a reason why
they're a playoff team. Sure.
There's a reason why they're always here and never here.
I'd like them to be investigated because most of their wins happened at home. Like a certain Astros, another team, Texas, they're a cheating state. What do you want me to say, Phil? I mean, I'm just saying.
You're not wrong there.
I'm putting that out there.
Are we set up?
Okay. I said it. I don't care. Sorry,
Careful.
Texas.
As soon as the pod ends.
I don't care that Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes are both in Texas. I don't care, Texas. It should be investigated. Gotcha. I'm just saying. That's what people think about
the state of Texas. The state of Texas is going to knock on your door after this pod.
They should. Although they have great high school football.
Amazing. Absolutely. Texas? Oof.
Yep.
Are we good with the list?
I'm good with the list.
Okay. So, hey, that is our tier list. We're going to make another one next week for the AFC. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So, hey, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and comment down below. Subscribe, put notifications so you know when we go live or when we upload a video. Also, down in the comments, let us know who would you rank in these settings. Let us know. Is Detroit more of a playoff team or Super Bowl contender?
Am I hating on the Cowboys or is it facts?
No, it's facts. It's I mean,
okay. Well,
so hey, that also let us know. Let's interact. Let's talk before NFL season starts. Also, if you're new, rep your NFL team or your favorite NFC or NFL team down below as well. So, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Bow. Okay, we're good with that.
It's a good show. Good show.
Yep. So that's the end of the show. John, last words before you head out. A great first episode of season 3.
Oh yeah. It was a great episode. My computer died on me, so now I'm on my phone, hence the weird angle. Sorry about it. But the show must go on. You know what I mean? And we're here. We're gonna be watching. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. So let's get it, Phil. I'm excited. It was a good first episode to a good third season. I'm excited. What about you, Phil? Any last words?
Let's see. For me, I'm excited. NFL season coming up, and then a month after, NBA season is back. So, what's going to go on the channel? Just a quick preview. For the NFL season, for like August and September, we're going to do a pod on beginning of the week, and we'll probably have a video the second half of the week. But then once NBA season comes around, we'll probably do a live NFL live and an NBA live pod each week. So just for schedule updates. Also, if follow the socials, if you want to stay tuned to everything at BallCentral4 on Twitter and IG. Also, if you love Facebook, go follow us there. We're 19 followers away from going back live on Facebook because you need 100 followers to go live on Facebook. So if you missed the Facebook lives like we did back in the day, go follow us on Facebook. John, send this to everyone you know on Facebook.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. We need the old heads on Facebook again. So, yeah. Yep. So if you look like that with glasses like that, go follow us on Facebook. What? You're making the facial expressions like an old person?
I was. Well, was it old, or is it just because I need some glasses? Now, God damn, I can't see you there.
Well, I mean, yeah, John, because
I'm blind.
Back in the day, season 1, I like to squint. That's why I was like,
that's facts. If you really with us, you know about the squinting thing. We're gonna make squinting t-shirts. It's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so
we should make squinting t-shirts with if the Giants went if they completely flipped their season, that's when we make squinting t-shirts. I'm just saying. That'd be sick.
See. That's a big favor.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It could be anybody, but I'm just saying.
Gotcha. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you're listening on audio, thank you for listening. If you're watching on live or during the replay, thank you. So hey, let's have a great season. I'm excited for NFL and NBA. So with that being said, from myself and John, thank you for watching. And enjoy the outro song by our boy Elijah. Deuces.
Bob, did you feel this way when you fell in love with Jean?
Oh, look. I've felt that way lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.